Hello! Welcome back to another Destiny video. Guess what we're playing today, guys? A little bit of Destiny 2. I'm here with a Rich Hobo and Akatsuki, that big, black, juicy piece of Akatsuki. Say something, guys.
How's it going, everybody? It's Hobes here. We're gonna rock it out today on some Destiny 2, running on the beta server with my boy Payne and Void, and we're gonna go and just check out this strike that they've got available right now.
Yeah.
Yep. We're gonna do some strikes. Illuminati confirmed. Akatsuki Payne here. Just running with the Hobo and the Wizard. You know how it is.
Right.
Man,
and tomorrow we're probably gonna get at you with some. Tomorrow we're probably gonna get at you with some Crucible. So stay tuned for that shit.
You know, that sounds like a really bad Sunday cartoon. And Akatsuki, a wizard, and a hobo.
Well, I mean, why can't it be an Akatsuki Hobo Wizard all in one? I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh shit!
Like, I think he might be a badass, like kind of like Vegeta.
A Hobo Wizard that joined the Akatsuki.
Oh,
I didn't even take it to that level, did y'all? That's a whole different one.
Man, I'm just saying, I was just trying to go Vegeta, not like SSJ Blue. Damn.
I do have a little bit of a question here, though. Like, okay, so I'm Akatsuki Payne, right? Why
You're
the
dead.
hell is Void's clan Eyes of Pain? You stole my eyes, dude? Like, that's not
I mean, like, hey, I own a whole bunch of weird shit. You understand? Your eyes are just part of the collection.
Trying to steal the shotgun. I see how it is. You want the gun? Yep. Trademark to Naruto. No.
Right? Well, I mean, he said he could take it to the shower, but it's gonna be a golden one.
oh wow. When did we invite R. Kelly in?
I mean, he was here yesterday. I'm just saying.
I mean, he's the professional though. He knows how to pee on you.
All right, so
Right.
we're getting a little off topic. What was the topic again?
I don't know. How was we all when we never had one?
Awesome. So, what do you guys think about Destiny 2? Just playing Destiny 1 like 5 minutes ago.
I mean, I'm digging it. I like the modifications they've made to the subclasses. I really do. I mean, they took the weapons, it seems, back to year 1 Destiny. Which is actually pretty nice because even though the hand cannon is really slowed down, it's really powerful again, and that's always nice.
You know, and then you always have your auto rifles that are like super overpowered again.
A thing to remember is also they have set it up where the nerfing and / buffing will be separate. So PvP and PvE, they won't do it all in one chunk. Like, we're nerfing shotguns and it affects everything. So it's separated now.
Well, I mean, they also worked it out a little bit better to where, like, because I've played a little bit of PvP, they made it to where when you pick up heavy, only one person on your team can pick up the heavy, as well as shotguns, sniper rifles, fusion rifles, all the really annoying weapons from year 1 that everybody would use. They're all heavy weapons now, so you won't always be able to use them.
Yeah, that's true.
Killers.
Yeah, the fusion rifles were so OP.
Don't diss fusion rifles. That was my thing.
Oh no, I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying they were so OP. Like, trust me, I love fusion rifles. That's what I got down with. But I mean, that's my favorite weapon. But like, it was just really OP in Crucible, especially like I think the waiting was one of my favorites. It had insane range.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
and the
was
vacancy,
knocking people out of sniper rifle range. And yeah, the vacancy was really good too. Yeah. I have both of those. I have another one I can't think of the name of. Yeah, I've got 4 that I still use. And one of them is like crazy OP. Like, the range is all but maxed out, like a millimeter off of maxed out on the bar. And then it also has rangefinder on top of that, and the impact is also just about maxed out. So just an amazing fusion rifle. But for Crucible, it makes people want to not play Crucible no more because I'll snipe you with it.
I don't want to play Crucible anyway. It's like
I don't mind Crucible. I like some Crucible from time to time.
I don't mind Crucible, but it's not my biggest draw to the game. Like,
yeah, definitely not.
I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but my many years of Call of Duty have like really watered down Crucible for me. I like stuff like this, the adventure of it, seeing other enemies, storyline.
yeah, and, you know, and I like working with people rather than against people. Plus, then you always got those guys that they have the better weapon. It's as simple as that. They have the better weapon. If you worked hard enough, you would also get the better weapon. But you know, after.
Right, but I mean, like, you always had to deal with people, like, using year 1 exotics that were just way too OP, and within, you know, no level, you know, difference in normal Crucible, like, people would go in there with, like, the Icebreaker and just destroy people because, you know, they don't have to go pick up ammo, they don't have to wait for special ammo, they could just lay into your team with it. And they wouldn't even have to worry about headshots because they have unlimited ammo, so they could just double body shot you and boom, done, and just kill your whole team over and over and over. And you know, it's just things like that. The year 1, a lot of the year 1 weapons were really OP in the Crucible, especially the exotics.
Yeah, no.
Well, my only complaint for Crucibles now is, and it's no way it can be fixed because that's just how we are nowadays, but when a meta gets out, everybody's using it. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, when sidearms, they was like, oh, sidearms are great. Yeah, I played with a sidearm for about 2 days, and then I tried other stuff. Like, when you see a guy in Crucible, and then the next week you see him in the Crucible again with the same loadout, and then the next week you see him again with the same, it's like, come on, try something new. They've got over 500 weapons in this game, and you're with the same 3. Like, right?
Well, now, don't get me wrong. I often use the exact same weapons because they work. They're good. I like them. They feel comfortable, and they work. So I use them. But it's not like I'm not closed to using other things. It's
yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
I don't like going meta right in the beginning when everybody else does, because you're gonna see everybody doing it, and it's like, it's
honestly,
kind
I
of
like
hard to
to
be
change
like, I hate
weapons
this guy.
mid-match. I love to change weapons mid-match. Like,
I
generally, well, you know, like, I'll switch, like, my special, like, after I run out, I'll switch to another one. That way, when I refill, I won't get screwed over if I change weapons afterwards. But, like, I usually keep my hand cannon, because I use the whale, so it has third eye.
Yes.
And I love that third eye in Crucible. It's just absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
But
Thank you for putting somebody else.
right, yeah. So like I use that for the third eye, and I would always change my specials because I love fusion rifles. But don't get it twisted though. I will wreck a team with a black spindle.
You want to take a second and appreciate the scale in which, like, they're actually doing things with this game? In which I'm expecting to see a lot more big battles like this.
Right.
I don't even want to get into that because I'll talk all day. Like, honestly, dude. Like when I seen when they did their little Destiny event and they showed this, it looked really bland to me, and I was kind of worried. I'm like, oh man, they took out all the good graphics for more room. You know what I'm saying? And probably a smoother frame rate, but now that I'm actually playing it, and the smoke and the flames and the background and the burning, and yeah,
they went pretty in. They went pretty in.
Oh, hey guys, I'm about ready to Nova Bomb. Get over here. Get some kill cams.
Alrighty.
I like the Nova Bomb now too.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, get him, coach. Got him, coach. I haven't even used this supercharge, so let's check it out. What do we got going on here? Oh, I can fly. That's sexy.
Hey, if you double tap circle while you're in that form, you actually dash across the air.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
that's right.
working.
Yeah. Because the double, yeah, because the air dash. or
The
whatever
the
it's called.
Icarus wings, or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Oh, I'm down.
I got
We
you.
have a man down. Man down. I got him. Yeah,
Alright.
now, I do want to mention, the enemy's weapons, I love them. Love them.
There's
like
a-
that
there's a
Kabbalah just
lot-
killed you.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
more
I
diversity.
love that. Yeah, they have
and the
some
Vex
seriously
with
awesome
the
weapons.
lasers. The Vex with the lasers is really nice.
The harpies, new weapon.
Yeah, and the Minotaurs do it too. I've seen the Minotaurs shoot off that purple laser too.
That's what's up. Yeah, I like that. That little look like maybe like a sonic wave cannon
You know,
that
Cade got
creature
stuck
killed me
stealing
with.
from the
That
Vex.
looked pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Why didn't that happen to the Red Legion?
And I like
Oh,
the
I
those the incendiary freaking
Did anybody notice that people have talked so much about red barrels in game, and they made them yellow?
You are both depressing
awesome.
and unhelpful.
yeah.
Red barrels are gone.
Right? Yeah, I like the new incendiaries. Those are pretty sweet. They got some seriously. They put a lot of time and work into this game, and I really appreciate like all of the diversity of the weapons, and they have new they have new races within each species, which is pretty nice. They've added a few new.
Have you seen a Scion fly across the screen with their jetpack? They have jetpacks now.
Yeah, no.
I
And
Actually,
they shoot forward Superman style, not like up floating in the air, but they skate across.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Actually, if you pay attention in this mission, every time there is a Scion that he kills himself because I guess the way he is, he chooses to use his jetpack right away and he jumps right off a cliff.
Nice.
I did not notice that.
I think
Yeah,
something
no,
I really like is the fact that they've now added the golden gun can now have critical headshots. And I know for a while in Destiny 1 that it was possible to have critical headshots with the golden gun, but it was just so powerful that, like everything else in the game, they nerfed it.
Yeah,
And,
because they didn't realize how many people actually was a good shot.
Yeah, exactly. Because like it was, 475,000, and then you'd hit him in the leg, and it was like 170.
Right?
And then they nerfed it, and it didn't matter if you hit him in the head or the leg. It was 170. It was just.
Now I'll
like,
tell you what, those gladiators are brutal. They got that
Yeah,
heavy
they are.
melee, and they take so much. They can take
they
so
did
much
take
damage.
So much health off. Yeah, they can tank some shit out, and they hit so hard. I like all the new monsters they have, and I like the way these mini bosses are. Like, they're pretty sick. Like,
Now, one
but I've
thing I
noticed
noticed.
that some of the normal creatures are harder than the mini bosses. To be honest, like some of the mini bosses are.
I knew it. I knew that would
Did you
happen.
see that?
I knew that would happen. I did it my first time doing this. I did the same thing, but now we gotta wait on you.
Oh, good stuff.
One
Good
thing I
times, good
noticed
times.
we're getting shot from behind. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, one thing I noticed about the Warlock, and I don't know if I would have noticed it, but I had some buddies who had to leave, so I was in the part we just did in the strike by myself before randoms joined. And you were talking about the Icarus wings, but the floating while you shoot
Yeah.
Yeah.
that the Warlock automatically has?
Yeah.
It is so much better. It's like 100 times better because
Well, I mean, that's only for the the solar class. The Voidwalker class doesn't have that.
Oh yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying that one little perk.
Still, that
I
is
was in
amazing.
there and yeah, I was floating in the air so long, I was able to take out melee guys and dogs and everything like
Yeah,
that.
I know it's
and just keep
beautiful. It's
and
the
shoot.
new Angel of Light, but it's like it's not Angel of Light. It's
Yeah, it's
Which
better.
actually-
It's better.
actually I'm
aim
gonna
is
show you
awesome.
guys that the blink is actually a lot better too, because I still have that. I mean, it's still
Yeah,
you still really don't know where you're going, but that's what you get for teleporting.
Yeah, I haven't tried out the blink yet. I will admit that.
But no, and
But,
from what I can see, it looks a lot better too. It's just not just a white line across the screen. So
Yeah, go ahead and hit it again. Wait, where were you at?
I'm
it
down.
you're
looked
down
like you
here.
fell.
Yeah, he already dropped down. Go ahead and hit it again. Let me see that blink.
I gotta see where I'm going.
It
Nice.
seems to teleport more of in a straight line than it does upwards too. No, okay, now I can see it. Okay, it's just from the angle I was at. Because I guess since I was above you at a weird angle, it looked like you were just going straight forward.
Yeah, I know. And
Damage
then,
buff, guys. Damage buff.
I got
you know,
a
and
ball
they
up here.
fixed it. They fixed it to where, you know, you'll blink in whatever direction your character's currently moving. So,
Alright, empowering rift is still
You got
up.
somebody behind you still, Void,
Like
a
this
yellow
one
bar.
bit.
Segla,
Nah, he keeps hopping away from me right now.
Alright, empowering rift down.
I
But I do
burned,
like that, like...
I burned to death.
I do like that, the new rift abilities, like... Warlock is pretty OP.
Yeah.
Like,
The
the
Titan
squad
is
of
too.
Warlock.
What I noticed is the Titan and the Warlock, all about the team. The Hunter don't care about nobody.
Yeah.
You know, and
Right.
actually, there were people complaining about that. Is that their class ability? It's not as good, quote unquote, as good as the other ones. But like, I would beg to differ and say that their class ability is better because it's more self-oriented.
Yeah, like,
Like
it definitely appears to be like one of the higher tier DPS
Yeah,
classes. And you notice that on the Hunter in Gunslinger, it's not limited to 3 shots anymore. The timer is a
No.
little bit low. The timer is a little bit shorter, but you're not limited to 3 shots, and that's amazing. And you can always
Yeah, you have
upgrade it
6
to
shots.
6 shots. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's just really impressive.
But
And, you know-
one thing that kills me is that as far as the Hunter subject goes is that if you go by lore, if you go by how the game is, Hunters are soloists. So they're not thinking about the team. Warlock and Titans have always been about team. Hunters are soloists. So you
But
can't
man,
be mad that a
back-
Hunter has the ability to help themselves.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
and if you think about it, their ability is to dodge. Like they roll out of the way. It's just like, you know, in Destiny 1, they had special abilities
Shade
to do
Step.
that as well. Yeah, Shade Step. That's what it was.
Right.
But, you know, the thing about that is their abilities are highly, you know, mobile. They could do it on the move. Whereas the Warlock and the Titan, they can only utilize their class ability if they're in this small little area.
Right, yeah.
See, and you know the Rift. Yeah, I guess the Rift's a little overpowered. It's the empowering Rift. You get 30% plus damage. Healing Rift.
Is
Yeah.
insane. Like, you heal so fast with the healing
Constant
rift.
regeneration plus an overshield.
Yeah, like, it's just so amazing.
And I mean, it is OP, but at the same time, you gotta think, when we start the game, we're not gonna be at light level 200.
Yeah,
Level
yeah.
20.
And we're not
So-
gonna have these abilities either. I don't think. Like we might at
I
the
mean-
very beginning, but I'm pretty sure they'll get taken away
I
temporarily.
mean, if it's
Yeah.
anything like Destiny 1, what you got your power and then you had to level it up, so you started off with a grenade and a jump. No, you didn't even have a jump, because I remember doing that. I was in Crucible level 3 with no jump, and I
Yeah.
couldn't even get to the B checkpoint because it was up on a ridge.
Yeah,
Right?
no.
Yeah, you
No,
have,
it was
you have just
hilarious.
the base jump, but no double jump ability.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
hilarious. You can't jump, you can't throw a grenade, you just have your gun.
Right? Don't even have a supercharge. Don't even have a supercharge.
And I'm not gonna lie, I felt more accomplished in Crucible getting my little 6 kills at a level 2 than I do getting 20 kills at, you know, level 40 or 100. Like, I do, because it felt like I actually had to fight for that with my Kawasta.
Right?
Now, something I noticed about the Nova Bomb, or not that I noticed, something that I read and I've done, is that if you shoot your Nova Bomb, it'll explode early.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in the description. That's in the description. You can when you toss your Nova Bomb out, if you shoot it, it explodes right then, and then the other projectiles come out of it like it does.
Now that
Well,
I
I
did
mean-
not know.
Hey, I'm dropping a healing rift.
Alright. I'm gonna change
Alright,
something in my
okay,
class real
okay.
quick.
Dropping an empowering rift. Oh, the big guy's right on us. I'm
Oh, he's
down.
gonna step on.
Yeah, he already did.
But yeah, no, the Harpies, they're just,
I like those laser beams.
their weapon is so much more suiting to them.
Right.
Oh, of course.
Oh, look out
Yeah.
below.
Before, unless they were a supplicant, what they do, run up to you and scream, try and push you off the edge? That was like
Yeah, no,
nothing-
they explode.
Well, yeah, the supplicants, but remember there's yellow ones? Like when the fanatics come out, there's yellow ones, they don't explode.
Yeah, the Axis Harpies.
Did they have like little pew shots, as I call them?
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
they had a
Yeah, they have the
Spitfire.
little red lasers.
Little Spitfire. Now another thing
Yeah,
that
the
I love,
lasers.
I love the supercharged grenades are amazing as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
even
there's
got
no
to
power
try
in
that
this,
out yet. But, you know, I'm always for anything Warlock Master Race.
Amen.
Alright.
Says the Titan.
Alright, popping a super. Booyah! Booyah! Now,
Oh, wreck
this
on them.
running, Titan Smash? Love. And I'm not even a big Titan fan, but love.
I'm a pretty big fan of the Titan. Like, my first character on Destiny 1 was the Warlock. And, after I got it maxed out and everything, I started playing with the Titan and I fell in love with it. It was my favorite character until the new subclasses came out. When the new subclasses came out, I started playing the Hunter a lot.
Healing
And
Rift.
it wasn't until after the new classes were out that I started playing on Gunslinger. And then I was just like, oh, why do I ever play as anything but a Hunter? But I still use my Titan and my Warlock because, well, I mean, all the classes are just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, I use them all, and I've been playing all 3 since the second week of year 1.
Oh no, see, I played Warlock for year 1 and 2 solely. Hadn't even created other characters until House of Wolves had already dropped, and King's Fall was about to drop.
I didn't create a hunter until Age of Triumph.
Right. See,
That's
I created my Titan like a week before King's Fall dropped. So
There's a shirt, and here I am. Look, I had all 3 classes. I created the other 2, my Titan and my Hunter,
blind.
week 2. And the reason for that was because the first week that Xur came, I couldn't buy the exotic, and I was mad about that. So I was like, I need more,
Right, that's
more stuff,
understandable.
so I need the other classes. But if
That's
anything,
understandable.
I would say that the hunter in the beginning was my least favorite. I like the
Nobody
Yeah.
liked the hunter.
Yeah, I didn't. The hunter in the beginning was just like they didn't have like, you know, the gunslinger is good, but it's not great until you have all kinds of armor to supplement it. You know, like you have to have exotics to make the gunslinger actually really good, like the Achlyophage symbiote shot, or Achlyophage symbiote for the fourth shot of your golden gun, or the Celestial Nighthawk for the 6 times damage with a single shot. I mean, otherwise it really lacked a lot, because like you could golden gun, but it would take you 2, if not all 3 shots to drop a yellow barb like Captain. Because like you really weren't doing anything with your super. And then like of course the Blade Dancer, like the Blade Dancer was a little OP, but at the same time, like you had to be right up in their face. So like you go up in their face, and then a bunch of captains spawn, and then you're screwed.
I'm down.
That wasn't really the problem for me. The problem for me with the Blade Dancer is the erraticness of like where you were going with it.
Get it,
Yeah,
Hose.
it was really hard to aim your attacks.
Yeah. You were all over the place with it.
Oh, I'm down. He's almost done dropping.
Yeah, I'm about to grenade the crap out of him.
Like if I hadn't missed with those 2 hits with my super, he probably would have dropped. Because I only hit him with 3. I missed the other 2.
Now, my thing is, the Dawnblade, it doesn't do actually a whole lot of damage. Like
Yeah.
unless you get a dead-on hit, it takes 2 of them just to take down a Guardian and a Crucible. But
Yeah.
so I think it either needs to do slightly more damage or, you know, more swings.
I don't think so. I think they're going to supplement it like the Golden Gun. There's going to be some exotic that buffs it, and you don't want it to be too OP. Like,
Well, yeah, okay,
if you
I
think
can
about
see where
it
you're
in-
coming from. Because then
yeah,
people
if
are
you
gonna
think about it in
scream, whine
Crucible,
about it.
it's a one hit. Yeah, it's a one hit. Well, like you said, direct. If you glance them or something, yeah, but their shield's gone. So, yeah, you don't want it to be too much more powerful.
No,
Like-
and then Nova Bomb is just ridiculous no matter what you do with it.
Yeah, no joke. I think I'm gonna probably most likely change back to Void Walker. Because look at that. 1 orb created. I supered like 4 or 5 times. Created 1 orb. The Dawnblade, I feel that they're probably gonna have a buff to it later on.
Yeah,
Because it's just...
I mean, if
it's-
you think about it, they took the Titan's hammers and they put it with the Warlock and they made a Dawnblade. As well as they took Titan's weapons of light and they also gave it to the Warlocks in the form of the Empowering Rift.
Yeah, but that's just like, they didn't even really, it's not even close to equivalent to the Titan's hammers, because like, Titan's hammers wreck stuff, like...
Yeah, no, they were
like
way
you
too
said, I was having
overpowered.
to hit things, I was having to hit things 2 or 3 times for them to die, and like, that's just ridiculous. It's a super, it takes, you know, 3.5, 5 minutes to charge, and I only get 5 shots, and that's only going to kill
Well,
2
okay,
enemies.
the
Like,
thing about it
that's
is,
really,
the
really
Dawnblade,
underpowered.
the Dawnblade, the damage drop-off effect, it's way too much. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you have a super powerful blade, but if you're swinging at a target more than 5 feet away, it's not gonna do anything.
In my
Yeah.
eyes, it's what the super is for that I see. Like the Dawnblade is to clear out crowds. It's for ad control. So if you get a big circle
Well,
of them, say like
I
the
would
dogs,
argue that the
Yeah,
striker
yeah, like,
class
if...
is the more
yeah, but
crowd
that's on the
clearing.
Titan. I'm saying for the Warlock, because if you look at the Nova Bomb, what does it do? One big ball, you hit the boss, it does a great deal of damage, and then it breaks off to kill ads. So the Dawnblade to me is just an ad thing. It's not something that you're really supposed to take up against like a boss. I mean, you could fling it at a boss, and yeah, it'll do some damage, but remember Year 1 Golden Gun? Same thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I have 4 or 5 ads in front of me, especially with the explosive rounds, I'm doing it. But I get to a boss, I don't want to use my golden gun because I feel useless. I'm gonna
Yeah.
clear out the ads with my golden gun. You know, and that's how I feel the Dawn Blade is.
Right, and that's what I was saying about the whole, you know, golden gun needing equipment to supplement it to make it stronger. And I feel that's probably something they'll do with the Dawn Blade. Either that or they'll have a buff to it. Because, well, you know people are going to complain about it, and
Well, I already see the
either
video
that
of
or
a
they'll
couple of
complain that,
products.
yeah, well, I mean, they'll either complain that it's underpowered, or they'll complain that the other supers are too overpowered, and they'll have something that'll change. They'll change something, or
Well, they showed
they'll
the
be like,
Warlock.
it's meant to be that way, and we'll get, you know, some armor or weapons that'll increase the capabilities of it or something. But that's well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off right here, guys. I got to get out of here. I got some stuff to do. But thanks for watching and everything. I hope y'all appreciated the video. We're gonna be bringing y'all quite a few more in the next few days. We're gonna, like I said, hopefully get y'all some Crucible gameplay on Destiny 2 tomorrow, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Later.
See you later, dude.
Illuminati confirmed.